Dah sejuk, panas tu.
Kau pasti kau
Dah
pesan.
sejuk. Kau panas. Dah bungkus kau bukan je. I was taught up to believe all of you might see about this video.
Mabuk kayu. Hei, mabuk kayu. Dua individu maut dipercayai dilanggar sebuah pacuan empat roda yang dipandu secara melawan arus di kilometer 8.5 Lebuh Persekutuan awal pagi 12 September. Pengarah bomba Selangor Nur Azam Khamis berkata setiba di lokasi, bomba mendapati kemalangan membabitkan Mitsubishi Triton dipandu seorang lelaki secara melawan arus bertembung dengan sebuah Proton Wira Aerobat. Katanya akibat pelanggaran itu, dua mangsa yang menaiki Proton Wira Aerobat, seorang perempuan yang juga pemandu bersama seorang penumpang lelaki di bahagian hadapan tersepit. Menurutnya, kedua-dua mangsa yang parah disahkan meninggal dunia oleh pegawai perubatan Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia.
So, for today's topic, I want to present to all of you about our title is Kill 2 After Driving Against Traffic. We are from Group 18 and we consist 4 members. All right, for the introduction, statistics say that about 807 cases have been recorded by Road Transport Department, or more common called JPJ. So on the record, they say that 29 have been killed, 17 critical, and 49 have minor injuries. All right, what caused the kill? All right, this is due to the reckless of the driver. Okay, and what is the danger about? The danger or peril is the possibility of suffering, harm, or injury. This include loss of property as well. All right, to the next presenter.
Okay. Thanks to IZZA'AZ. I'm Noreen, and today I will present on personal risk. Okay, what is personal risk? Personal risk is a risk that directly affects an individual or family. There are 3 points that I state here. First is premature death. Premature death is a death that occurs to a younger or older person. Such deaths are unpredictable deaths, especially for young people. This can be proven through the stated case. Based on the case, it can be proved that the age of the victim of death is 19 and 18 years old. The deaths cause economic insecurity in individuals and families. Among the effects of economic insecurity on young people is the cost of paying for education loans, and so on. Therefore, it is very likely that some of them are already working and earning a small income. It is these working teenagers who have a big impact on the family. Among the effects faced by families is that they earn less and they are more likely to suffer from chronic diseases that cause them not to work. Due to that, the child needs to contribute to gain income for the family. The second point is unemployment. Is the able person who can work but certain disabled to do the job? What occurs among the unemployed who do not generate income. The majority of university or school leavers find it difficult to get a job given their young age. Most likely too, they are not working and are still under family care. This disrupts the economic insecurity of the family. And the last point is poor health is another measure of personal risk that can cause economic security. Based on the cases studied, the researchers also found that it's very likely that the perpetrators involved in the road accident have life insurance. However, the perpetrator involved in this accident cannot reclaim life insurance due to negligence committed by the perpetrator involved in the accident. This is because the perpetrator involved in the accident has violated the conditions to claim the insurance. The other point is commercial risk. Okay, what is commercial risk? Commercial risk is the risk associated with the risk of loss of income and the risk of loss of property in the case studied by the researcher. It is found that loss of business income is one of the commercial risks that occur to a person involved in the crime of accident. Researchers can assume that most likely the driver is an agent who delivers goods to customers. But due to the driver's mistake, he has caused damage to the goods. Therefore, the goods business had to face losses on the goods. The researcher can assume that in the case of the accident that is related to the risk of the property, a man involved in the road accident is most likely wearing a company car. When there is damage to property involving a crime, the car owner cannot claim insurance as a result of the crime committed by the 24 years old driver. This has caused losses to the company as it has to spend a lot of money on repairing the car. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Noreen, for the presentation. Before we discuss about my topic, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad SHAMSUL. Metric number 28719, and I'm in group C51. Okay, let us discuss about my topic, which is burden of this on society. The present of risk have a number of negative social and economic consequences. This implies three primary societal costs, which are the size of an emergency fund must be increased. Second, society is deprived of certain goods and services. And final burden of risk is that of worry and fear. Next, techniques of managing risk. Managing risk have two, which is risk control and risk financing. Okay, risk control have there are six types of risk control, which is avoidance, risk prevention, risk reduction, duplication, suppression, and diversification. However, just a few risk control are engaged in this incident, which is avoidance, risk prevention, and risk reduction. Next, financing. Risk financing employ a variety of tactics, include retention, non-insurance transfer, and insurance. Nevertheless, in this accident, only retention and insurance are engaged. Retention is a more important risk management method. Retention refers to when a person or company keep a portion of all the losses that might occur consequence of a certain risk. Risk extension. In this case, only passive extension is involved in this case, since Russian danger might be incurred with the ignorance, empathy, resilience of the inability to recognize important concern. Okay, next, self-insurance is a type of claim protection in which a company retains a portion or all of a loss risk. And finally, insurance. Insurance is the most important logical method for dealing with major risk. In this case, we use second method, which is the pooling strategy. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you Akil for the floor. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Amir Shafiq bin Rahman. My metric number is 280199. So today I would like to share with all of you about what happened on 12th September. On 12th September, an incident happened which caused a death accident. At the same time, I will explain what are hazards and perils and how these two things related to the accident. Uh, for your information, on September 12th, a website reported an accident involving death. The accident was caused by a driver driving against the road. At the same time, the driver was also found to be under the influence of marijuana. Two deaths were recorded in this accident. Next, I will discuss what is peril and hazard. Peril is a thing that known as the cause of the loss, while hazard can be defined as a condition that increases the probability of a loss. For this accident, I think that the collision between the drunk driver and another car was the major thing that can be chosen as an example of peril. Next, what is the hazard in this case? In my opinion, for this accident, I think that the driver chose to drive dangerously under the influence of marijuana is an example of moral hazard. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
All right. To sum up our topic, the summary is we can identify of what peril that happened in this accident. So for example, the drugs that being taken by the driver, the driver take drug. The specific drug is marijuana. So this can cause a brain damage that he that the person cannot use their mind while driving, and this caused the terrible accident at that night. So the second is categories categories categorized into two parties, which are commercial insurance and personal insurance. So the last learn about the importance of having insurance policy. So the insurance policy, as we know, the insurance policy cover people who buy the policy. So in this case, we can say that the 18 two two children no the two driver that killed in this accident have no insurance because they are not applicable for the license at that moment. So for the for the 4x4 driver, he not applicable for the policy of insurance because of the he because of he not obey for the policy, the insurance policy that he made that he buy. So thank you, that's all for from our group. I hope that you enjoy our presentation. So thank you.